It's Monday, gays and girls, and today we're doing a Q&A. I figured I might as well do it because I've been getting similar questions, and let's be honest, I'm running out of ideas for YouTube videos, so here we go. So these are like questions that I get asked like in passing or when I'm vending or through my DMs. I also asked some of my followers to, ew. I also asked some folks who follow me on Instagram, like, what questions do they have? And I'm gonna be honest, some of y'all on crack. Because some of the questions you'll see are weaved into this video are, why did y'all ask me these questions? Like, I'm gonna get started. I got my list of questions, so let's start. First question that I get is, when did you start drawing? I've said this before. I started drawing when I was like 4 years old, I think, and my brother taught me how to draw, but I don't remember that at all. But I didn't start taking it seriously until the pandemic. I had this thing of like, I'm a dancer, I don't do visual art anymore, but I was like a teenager and I just kind of like rebelled and didn't do visual art until the pandemic, and dancing and dance classes were available, or at least in person. So just kind of like by default, by habit, I just started going back into drawing. And I always was really interested in like graphic design and digital art, and I don't know why, I just like love like the ease to it. I just love the look of it. I love how accessible it was. Like, you can just take it anywhere. Like, you don't need to worry about running out of like pencils or paint or markers or anything like that. So I was just always really drawn to it, and I always had this thing in, like, not always, but I had this thing in the back of my head, like, it would be really cool to be like an artist, a visual artist. You know, I had like my love for dance, and the pandemic kind of just like let that happen, and now it's like my full-time job, which is cool as fuck. Next question is, how do you support yourself financially as an artist? So this one's kind of like a long answer, but let me know if you guys want like a more in-depth of like how I budget my life, which I'm bad at it, but I can let you know what I'm supposed to be doing. how I budget my life, how I make income, like how do I make ends meet, what happens if I don't make ends meet. But I do want to start off by saying that I would not be able to do this full time so quickly if it was not for the pandemic. I think the pandemic allowed a lot of people to like reach their goals, their dreams, or do hobbies, or just relax. Even though like it was very unfortunate and also extremely depressing and anxiety inducing for a lot of folks as well. I'm not like trying to dismiss that. I'm just like saying, for the folks who have been privileged and fortunate enough to just really just focus on themselves. Of course, like everybody was going off Mr. Government's money, because I sure was. Yes, I was. And as people should. It's a pandemic, and I lost my job, and a lot of folks lost their jobs. Once I started getting enough following and enough recognition, I was starting to get commissions. So I do commissions weekly, just about. I do like no more than 2 commissions per week. And then on top of that, I vend every weekend at Clark Park, which is like, you don't have to pay a vending fee, you kind of just show up, do your own thing. And that per weekend, don't want to say how much I make, but it helps me throughout the week. And then I try to do at least, or what I'm starting to get into is try to do at least one big vending event. So like one that's well advertised, that is well known, or 2 to 3 smaller vending events that will make up for that one, because that one vending event can set you for a month. So like, I'm fortunate that I live in a city that's like really heavily based in community, especially with artists, where I can find a lot of vending opportunities. And then on top of that, my shop at first was bringing me, my Etsy shop was bringing me the most amount of money, especially during the holidays, because I opened in October of last year. And once the holidays were coming, a lot of people were ordering things for the holidays. But the next one that kind of follows into it was, by full-time, do you actually mean full-time? When I talk to adults, it just sounds weird because I am an adult. but like 30s adults, and they're like, oh, like I heard that, you know, artists just don't make a lot of money. But no, I mean full time. Like I have a weekly schedule of what I do. I have a day that I set aside for filming. I have a day that I set aside for editing. I have a day that I set aside for doing commissions. I have a day that I have set aside for vending. I have a day to set aside to like work on some more art projects. I like try to schedule in that I work at least 6 hours a day, and it does not feel like enough time between restocking inventory, mailing things out, vending, getting to the vending place, doing those commissions. Drawing itself takes hours for it to, you know, be done. It's just like it's full time. It's a full time job. I mean, I do have the flexibility where I can like wake up when I want to, but it does bite me in the ass if I like wake up at 11 or 10 and I don't start my day earlier. Yeah, so I really have to be structured. So when I say full-time, I mean full-time, not like I just sell painting a week, which is nice. That would be nice, sell a painting a week and you're set for the month. That sounds great. Okay, so here's one of the questions that I was concerned about and thought that y'all were on crack when y'all asked me. So somebody asked, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Talking about how I'm being weird, you being weird to me. Next question is, what is something you want to explore more? I want to explore embroidery. I saw this chair that was embroidered, but at Anthropology, and it looks so cool. I have no idea how to do it, but that'll be interesting to get into. I have been getting into making more like painting on clothing and accessories more, which is really fun. I realized I like painting on unusual materials. So painting on canvas is fun, but like painting on jeans is funner. That is a word. What medium was your first favorite versus your favorite now? So the first medium that I started working with was sketching. The reason why I loved it is because to me, sketching seems pretty forgiving and you don't have to worry so much about making a straight line. Like with line art, I suck at line art. I always have to like sketch things out. And hopefully I can put a picture right here or a video that explains what I'm talking about. And now like I love digital art. It's extremely forgiving. Once you know how to use it, you can do things that you cannot do on like traditional art forms. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Also, somebody asked, why is that ass so fat? I mean, and this is definitely a friend that was just saying this just to be funny. Why is your wig twisted? I love smoothies, bro. Chickpea texted me saying you're a slut. Is that true? If you don't know, Chickpea's my pet, and if you don't know about pets, pets don't have thumbs. So you're a liar. Chickpea didn't text you. And also we don't slut shame in this household, so watch your whore mouth. Do you still dance / choreograph? I still like take dance classes. You know what? No cap. I have been taking a mental break from dance because I didn't realize how much anxiety it was giving me until I decided to like step back from it. Or not even decided, like my subconscious was like, bitch, just don't. And when the pandemic first started, I was taking classes online like crazy. I was like, when the pandemic's over, we come back better than ever. And I was like falling out of love of dance, and it felt more like a chore to do than something I actually enjoyed. So subconsciously I just stopped taking classes, and then I was only taking classes like more of like, it started off from going 4 times a week to twice a week to once a week to once a month. And right now at once a month, I'm doing classes that I can like find myself falling back in love with instead of taking my usual ballet contemporary. Never lost love for choreographing. I'm trying to find ways of like, how can I choreograph outside of school with not the same resources or connections. Also, I feel like, this is another thing. I feel like I always have to like, I don't know. I feel like I always have to like explain both sides of like me as an artist, and to be able to justify that I'm all of them. And it's like the closest thing I can like relate to is like same with like my sexuality. I have to like explain how gay I am, or how I am still interested in men, which is decreasing. Decreasing by the minute, bitch. Besides that, like, I'm trying to get like the comparison of like, I feel like I had to explain like how straight I am or how gay I am or prove that, and it just was frustrating because I couldn't be both, or I couldn't be in this spectrum. And now it kind of feels like that with just not on an oppressive level. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about, you know, the balance and the explanation is the same. The people who know that I dance, when I tell them I do art, they're like, ah, ha, ha, that's cute. And the people that know I do art, and when I tell them I do dance, they're like, ha, 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 that's cute. And I feel like I have to prove it. I'm already insecure as a person, and I'm very insecure as an artist, so proving it doesn't feel like, you know, bragging, or feels good. It feels really sad, and I don't like doing it at all. And I really don't like when people put me in a box, which is, if you want astrology, ho, I'm a Sag. The generation I'm in is Sag. The Pluto that I'm in is Sag. We do not like to be put in boxes, so I don't like to be put in a box. That was a long ass answer. Might have to cut down on that. Last question that I have is, have you always had roaches? I never had roaches. No, I don't. I never heard of roaches, never met her, never heard of her. I'm sorry that that's something you experience. You know, I can empathize, but I don't have roaches. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. What you doing? Come on. Subscribe, babe. Thank you for letting me talk to y'all, aka camera in my room. But I'll see y'all next time, and have a beautiful Tuesday. Even though I record this on a Monday, have a beautiful Tuesday, gays and girls.